Here's a easy and highly recommended mod you should do. To adjust the belt tension, it really hasn't got one. That's a belt holder, and the trouble is, as I've showed you in the other videos, it's flexible. So you have your belt coming up and you want to take the slack out. So you're underneath the table, you pull on the belt tight, you're doing the screws up. So what's happening is that is actually bowing all these sections, pushing that in, which is not a good idea, especially when you've just got these lousy flaps that stop the shafts from protruding further, so that will push that out, all that type. So I've done a combination here. I've drilled a hole, as these photos will show, through these 3 plates, lining up the dowel, those holes and the bolt holes, the thread holes. So line it up, I've drilled right through the middle. The position is in the centre of those 4 squares, right through. I used 5mm, then buy yourself a piece of 5mm all thread, same length as your normal one. And what that does now, goes through there, there and there. You won't get a washer on that side, just the nut. So a nut and washer, nut and washer, nut and washer, nut and washer. So that then stops this from flexing. It then makes this whole section tighter and stronger. But then I decided to go one step further. I made up a little block, 8mm block. The length is up to that flat where the nut goes. Clearance under the roller so you can get the belt in, and a 5mm hole through the middle. That's 8mm. You can 3D print this. I drilled and tapped it, so as I got screws on that side, you can drill all the way through if you haven't got a tap and just screw it that way. The way it works is that you can have it automatically adjusting or manual adjusting. Just got a spring. If you look at my videos on nut certs, that's what that is. So if you're interested, you can look at it. If you're not, you can live in ignorance. So this just fits in through there, like that. There's a nut on that side to lock it in position, nut on there. So you've got the all thread locked in position. Nut washer, nut washer, nut washer, like that. So this cannot flex. Now these screws that used to go up tight, they're now loose. So you can have longer screws. So you slacken those screws off, say 5mm. Put your belt on, tighten it underneath, that's it. Then what you do, this is then free to slide in and out. So this is sitting out 5mm. Those screws are loose. So then you just tighten the nut insert on the oil thread. So you're pushing the spring down, and that puts tension on the belt. So you can feel the belt, and if it's a bit slack, you can just put your fingers in and turn it by hand. The nut will give you your right pressure, constant pressure. So if it runs out, belt runs sideways or whatever, you've got the constant pressure. When these screws are loose, this is sitting forward, but the screws are touching on this face. Not tight, just touching. So you can easily just look at these screws, and if they're sitting, say, 2mm away from that face, you know your belt is stretched, because the original belt is El Cheapo plastic. That will stretch. Get a proper rubber reinforced one later on, and then that will tell you if it's stretched. So you can look, you got that indicator, yes, that's sitting out there. Oh, I need to adjust it. Put your hand underneath, screw it. Simple. Highly recommend it. 1 block, 2 drilled holes. Piece of all thread. Couple of bucks. More solid, easier, neater and quicker. So if you enjoyed the video, tell your friends, spread the word and subscribe. If you haven't, tell me. And as always, thanks for watching.